I want to share with you now 2 more techniques that you can use on the power of belief. I have a motor car which has an overdrive in it and a turbocharger. Now both the overdrive and the turbocharger are designed to give me more power, so that when I'm on the highway and I want to pass a car, I just put my motor car into overdrive. And then when I plant my foot, the turbo kicks in and the car charges forward. The following 2 techniques will give you the extra power. The first technique is called the mirror technique. Some years ago, when my 2 daughters were a lot smaller, they used to tap dance. And I often used to go along to their practice and see them tap dancing, and they would be tap dancing in front of a mirror. The mirror enabled them to be able to see that they were doing their steps correctly. I next learnt of the mirror technique when I read a book called The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. In the chapter called The Mirror Technique, the author describes how a wealthy businessman celebrated by inviting a number of his clients to his home to celebrate his success. His guests set about to get him drunk, and they succeeded. He staggered into his bedroom and crashed on the floor. But he managed to pull himself up on the dressing table, and he looked into the mirror, and he said to himself, "Joe, you are sober. Those guys think they've got me drunk, but they're wrong. I am sober." And he continued to say to himself, looking in the mirror, "I am sober. Joe is sober." He did this for 5 minutes, saying, "I am sober." And within 5 minutes he stood up. He was as sober as a judge, went back and joined his guests. He had done it using the mirror technique and the power of affirmations looking into a mirror. Right now, as I record this for you, I am looking in a mirror. Not because I'm vain, because I imagine that as I'm talking to myself in the mirror, I am talking to you. I visualize you as being the person I'm talking to. So if you want to put the overdrive into your affirmations, say them in front of a mirror. You will become excited, far more excited, which is what you want. You want those feelings, and it'll be real to you. They'll work for you far quicker than if you just do them looking at a blank wall. Now for the real power, the turbocharger. We talked earlier about telepathy. What is telepathy? It's the transference of thoughts between 2 people that are apart, a distance apart. This technique is simply called prayer. Millions of people around the world every day pray. They pray for assistance from a power outside of themselves. Most call it God. You can call it whatever you like. Some call it the 6th sense. But there is a power out there that drives us. There is a power out there who we can call on. We are spiritual beings, and by calling on a power outside of ourselves, it gives us hope and courage to move on. Prayer also takes the pressure off. You are giving your problems to someone other than a human being. You are asking God to take over, to take control of your life. So my encouragement to you is pray. Pray every day, but pray positively. Give thanks. One of the things I say every morning when I have my prayer session is, "Thank you, God, for giving me another day of life. I'm so grateful for having another day of life." Because life is so short and so precious. So why not thank our Creator and say, "Thank you, God, for giving me another day of life. Thank you, God, for guiding me in everything that I do.